Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I'm so excited because we're going to be testing out the new Sugar High palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. This is such a cute rainbow palette. I can't wait to play with it and put it on my eyes. I'm just really excited about it. So it is a sugar glider themed palette, and then on the inside here is what it looks like. Like I said, I feel like it's pretty much a true rainbow palette. You've got some pink, blue, green, orange, red, and honestly, this metallic red right here is just everything. So I'm really excited to try out this palette. It's also the first palette that Menagerie has done with circle pans instead of squares. I personally like the way that the square pans look a little bit better, but this is still super cute all around. And then I also ordered the Arthurine Polar Lights highlighter to try out, which is a really cute pink highlighter. And they included two little keychains in my package that I didn't order. One is a sugar glider and one is a little seal. It's so adorable. So today we're just gonna go ahead and do some swatches, do a first impression, do an eye look, and then at the end I'm gonna pull out all of my Menagerie palettes, which I have all but one. I think they had a really neutral like 6-pan palette that I didn't purchase, but I have every other one that they've released, and we're gonna do some comparison swatches as well just to see how unique these shades in the Sugar High palette are. If you're new to my channel and you want to see more content around independently owned makeup brands just like Menagerie Cosmetics, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But now let's jump right on in. Also, if you guys see what's happening on my face right now, I'm feeling a little insecure about it, but I wanted to film either way. I accidentally ripped out my nose piercing last night. It got stuck on the shower curtain and just went clear out, and I could not get it back in for the life of me, and it's just super sore and just it was a whole thing, so let's not talk about it. All right, so the first shade in the palette is called Sugar Cube, and it just looks like such a stunning metallic pink. Like, I just immediately fell in love with that color just from looking at it in the palette. It's so pretty. I feel like that's just gonna be living on my inner corner. We've got Falling with Style. I know this is a Sugar Glider palette, but that feels like a Harry Styles reference. That's a really beautiful kind of like blue purple duochrome, or I guess I would say more of like a teal, a blue, and a purple. Super pretty metallic. We've got Sweet Varieties, which is kind of like a soft teal. So right off the bat, everything is looking super cute. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do a second layer of that. You already know if there's one thing Menagerie shadows are gonna do, it's stain your fingers. So we have this light purple, which is called Yogurt Drop. It's pretty. We've got Slice, which is a bright orange. And then we've got Pooch Protective or Pouch Protective. Ooh, that looks so beautiful. My goodness. Such a pretty orangey gold. I feel like the mattes are feeling a little bit thinner than I was expecting, but the metallics all look so good. Next we have this green, which is called Nom Nom. Such a cute name. Really pretty, just kind of like a super bright lime green, but I will say it has like a slight teal shift to it. It's kind of hard, like I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see. It's subtle in real life as well, but it is really pretty. Then we have Joey, which is kind of like a camel-y, kind of yellowy matte. We've got Snugglebug, which is a hot pink. I just love the name Nom Nom. I think it's so adorable. All right, lastly, we have Ruby, which, like I said, this metallic red is just gorgeous. I mean, so nice. We've got Sugary Sweet, which looks to be like a hot pink with a little bit of like that electric kind of purple shift to it. That one feels a little bit thicker, but still so pretty. And then we've got Furry Friend, which is kind of like a mid-tone, like reddy brown. Ruby is gorgeous. Okay. There is all of the swatches. I do think it looks nice. I'm kind of surprised because I'm more excited about the metallics than the mattes. I feel like I said, even just watching it out, I definitely think it's just, you know, a true rainbow palette. It's not like a super innovative color story, but I'm still excited to play with it. And I'm feeling today like the pink and like the pinky reds right here is what I'm gravitating towards. Okay, so I already primed my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer, and I think I'm gonna start off with this shade right here called Yogurt Drop. I was thinking of just using Snugglebug by itself in the crease, but I think using a little bit of Yogurt Drop is gonna help everything blend a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna go ahead, start that. Ooh, okay. Super pigmented. I'm just gonna start that a little bit higher up in my crease and then just immediately blend it out. It actually showed up super pigmented, but I'm only gonna go in with one layer because I want it to not be the focus of the show happening right now. I mean, I feel like the pigmentation is really good though, because swatching them out, like I said, these feel a little bit thinner. I felt like maybe they might be a little bit more buildable, but on the eyes, they look great. Or at least this purple does. I don't want to speak for all the mattes before I try them, but just my thoughts so far. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take the pink Snugglebug. I'm gonna be really careful, like just pick up the tiniest little bit and start that off in my outer V. Oh, it's so cute. And then I'm gonna bring that through my entire crease. I feel like this little combo would be so cute with Sugar Sweet all over the lid, but I don't think that's my vibe today. I'm just enamored with the shade Ruby. I have to use it. So I think that's kind of built up to my liking. Just looks really pretty. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Furry Friend now on my outer V. I don't think it's gonna add that much depth because it is not that dark of a shade, but I just want to add a little bit more red to the look. I feel like just to make the blend a little bit easier, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that through my entire crease and then just lightly blending it into the previous shades. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Sugar Cube. I'm just gonna start that off on my inner corner for a little bit of highlight. It's so pretty, and it looks like it has just a little bit of sparkle to it. It's just, I love it, honestly. I'm not sure if these shades are available individually yet or if they're still only available in the palette, but if you were gonna get just one, maybe this one. I don't know if you like light pinks. I'm a little biased. And then I'm also just bringing a little bit of that onto like the inner third of the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna use Ruby on my finger just to try it out. I mean, it's just so pretty. I'm gonna do that on the outer half just to start off with. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow. Okay, originally I was gonna put it all over the lid, but I thought maybe I could just do halfway and then I could take Sugary Sweet and do that on the inner part, and that would be really pretty. So I'm just gonna wipe off my finger, grab a little bit of Sugary Sweet, start off on the inner corner, and then just start blending that towards the red. And then just kind of trying to blend them together a little bit right in the middle. I mean, I think that looks really cute. It's definitely a very bright eye look. I'm gonna go back into my pencil brush and kind of do the exact same thing I did on my lid, just on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit of Sugary Sweet, just kind of starting it where the light baby pink ended. Kind of blending them together a little bit. All right, now I'm just grabbing a little bit of Ruby, starting that off on the outer part of the lower lash line, and then just blending it towards the pink. Okay, so to finish this off, I'm gonna go into the Colourpop Boots Liner in my waterline because I feel like that really matches the pink that's on the lid well. I'm gonna throw on the Melt Supernatural Mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try out the Arthurine highlighter. Super excited about this one. I can't wait to see it. I haven't even looked at it in person yet. So here is what the packaging looks like. I mean, it's adorable. Okay. So there's what it looks like. I feel like it looks a little bit less pink than I was expecting. It almost looks like it might have like a little bit of like a white gold kind of shift going on. Okay, so there's what it looks like swatched. I mean, it has like a mixture, it looks like of gold, pink, and white going on. I feel like that's kind of misconstrued because I've got streaks of blue on my hand right now, but there's what it looks like. I mean, it looks so pink to y'all, but I promise it's just pure gold on this side. I don't know what I had to do. There you go. There you can see how strong the gold flip is. I think before I use that, I am going to go in with just a little bit of blush. I'm going to take the Rare Beauty Nearly Neutral blush. Just going to throw a little bit of that on. I'm just going to use the Sigma F03 because I feel like this picks up highlighter formulas that are a little bit thicker better. Just going to throw that on the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, I mean, it is pretty, but it actually has like a very green cast. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to try blending it back into the blush a little bit, but I just don't love when highlighters have enough green that you can see that like streak a little bit on the face. I'll probably end up using this as an inner corner shade, honestly. I mean, it looks pretty, but I'm definitely not in love. I'm just gonna go into the Kaja Milk Tea lip gloss just because I feel like the eyes are already so bright. So this is the finished look. I would say just from first impression, I feel kind of neutral about this eyeshadow palette. I think that the look today was super easy to do. Everything blended really nice. I think the metallics in here are absolutely stunning. Like, they just all look so, so good. I can't wait to play with it more. At the same time, I don't feel extremely excited about it because it is a color story that's been done before. But I really like the different elements in here, so I think I just have to play with it more to give you guys a better opinion. But so far, I feel like all the mattes I used today, they had good pigmentation. They blended super easy. I mean, I think these look so, so pretty on the lid. They're not like super sparkly by any means, but they do have a really nice foil to them. So let me know if you guys want to see a multiple looks video with this palette. Now let's go ahead and do some comparisons. All right, so first we have the Violet Ink palette, and I want to compare one shade in here. I feel like this shade Jellyfish, that light purple, should be compared to Yogurt Drip or Yogurt Drop. All right, here is Jellyfish and here is Yogurt Drop. So Yogurt Drop is a little bit more of a lilac and Jellyfish is a little bit more of a lavender. Okay, so while we're here, I pulled out the Pastel Pup palette. So I do want to go ahead, I mean, technically this one goes this way, but this purple up here, Belly Slide, I feel like we should compare to the purples we just did. And then, I don't feel like anything else is super close because these are all pastel shades. So here's Belly Slide. So that one, I mean, almost looks periwinkle next to these two, even though I would have just called that a lavender. Next, I pulled out the Indigo Ink palette, which I feel like there's nothing here super similar. I actually think that these two palettes would look so pretty together, like Ruby and the red Pygmy, I think would be such a stunning look. But let me see. I don't know, you guys. I don't feel like anything looks the same. Next, we have the Flight Club palette. So looking between these two, I mean, I thought that something was going to be close to Sugary Sweet, but that one is so much more pink. Furry Friend has way less purple than like Squeak. I feel like these are all quite mauvey. Again, I don't feel like there's anything super similar there. All right, next I pulled out the Whale Song palette. So this one, I mean, I guess maybe Falling with Style and Whale Song you could compare. I'll compare them just for the sake of it, but I don't feel like they're super similar. I feel like the greens are quite different. The mattes are quite different. Yeah, these two are pretty different. Here's Falling with Style. And here is Whale Song. The thing is there's metallics that are more similar to Falling with Style in this palette, but I feel like the shifts are just so different. Like you can see this one is just so much more green. This one, again, like has like a silver, blue, purple thing going. Like I just don't feel like they're close enough, which obviously is a good thing because we don't want repeats. Or at least I don't. So next we have the Serenity palette. This was their collab with Annette's Makeup Corner. I feel like between these two, I thought that there was going to be more similarities, but there's not really. I do want to do the green Evolution next to Nom Nom, And then I also want to do the blue, the shade Morpho, just do a quick little swatch, even though that one doesn't have a purple shift to it, just to show you the comparison. All right, here is Nom Nom and Evolution. So Nom Nom is just a little bit lighter, and like I said, it has like a tiny little shift to it. Next we have the Feral palette. So between these two, again, I kind of want to compare Huchera to the green. I feel like the oranges are quite different. The pinks are quite different. Yeah, again, I feel like the tones in here are unique to Menagerie at least. So let me just get the green. Okay, we'll do it right here. There's Huchera. Next, I pulled out the Dragon Child, which was the first palette they ever did. So between these two, I mean, there's literally only two shimmers to compare, and they're not very similar. I mean, between everything else as well. I don't know, I feel like they're all different. Okay. So last but not least, we have the Colourpop palette. Oh no, and I dropped it, but I didn't mess up anything. Okay, I have the Colourpop palette. We can compare. So, I mean, between these two, I feel like we could probably do Joey and maybe this shade right here called Maine. Those look not too far off from one another, but I feel like everything else you guys can see quite different. All right, so Maine is darker. There's Maine and there's Joey. So it kind of makes me want to swatch. Maybe we can do this shade Cub as well, just to compare. Okay, here's Cub. Okay, that one, I mean, it has a little bit more orange to it, but I'd say those two are kind of similar. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I feel like there was nothing super similar already in the Menagerie line, even for it being a rainbow palette. So I'm not mad at all. Oh, my arm is stained green. The video is done. I hope that it was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.